Hello, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I'm excited you're here with me today. We are going to make a graduation card, and we are going to have story time and all the things. So I'm using my Stampin' blends. I've got Night of Navy, Seaside Spray, Daffodil Delight, and Old Olive. Memento Tuxedo Black ink. We're going to use Wink of Stella, and we're going to use A Wild Rose bundle. Here's the card we're making. I absolutely love how it turned out. I think it's beautiful. And it is, I know you don't usually see a blue rose, but this is very specific to a young lady's alma mater. So we are going to stamp and color another one because there are a couple of young ladies that are going to receive these from me, and I'm going to explain why. So, wow, gosh, I feel like it's been a while since I've done a pre-recorded video where we've just caught up this way. I've been doing a lot of Facebook Lives and sharing them here on my YouTube channel, but not as many pre-recorded videos, which there should be more coming soon, just so you know. I have just been super, super busy trying to manage home life, homeschool, work life, all the things. So being busy with all of that has definitely slowed down how much I'm able to produce these nice finished pre-recorded videos for you. But they will pick back up here again soon, so no worries. The new catalog is gorgeous. There is a link below the video if you want to request one. If you are a commentator, I don't even know what that is. If you... It's not even a word. I made up a word. If you are a customer of mine, you still need to request one because some people order from multiple demonstrators, which is totally fine. But if you do, then you might be getting your catalog from a different demonstrator, and I hate to ship something out to somebody without knowing if they really want it. So there is a link below the video for you to request a catalog from me. And if you want a catalog but you don't order with me, or you haven't ordered with me in the last 6 months, in that case, I will have to charge just shipping for the catalog, which is like $7.75. So I will PayPal invoice you for that. Okay, that's enough of that. I've got a stitched rectangle here, smoky slate cardstock, 4 by 5 1/4, and now we're just going to color and assemble and chit chat, okay? And if you hear a weird noise in the background, that's one of my dogs licking. Stop it. She has like a compulsive disorder. I don't know if any of you have a dog that has this issue, and if you do, please God, tell me what the problem is. But she obsessively licks. Her name's Molly. She's one of our little dogs, which, can we just talk about how weird little dogs are? They all have some sort of weird, strange behavior. All of them. And hers is this obsessive licking. She licks the carpet. She licks the furniture. She licks herself, her bed, everything, just incessantly. And it's so irritating. Anyway, jumping to the card, I'm using dark Night of Navy Stampin' blends here to add all my shadows. And so we're going to go dark to light and then from light back to dark. Okay, so yeah, what's been going on? All right, let's fill in all the blanks, shall we? The COVID situation is still a situation, am I right? However, it's less of a situation where I live. So they have started already opening restaurants up where I live. Not at full capacity. They have lots of rules and regulations. They have to have 6-foot spacing. They have the waiters and waitresses have to wear masks. They have to use like plastic silverware. No condiments on the tables. Just random stuff like that to help cut down the transfer of germs. I'm probably not super comfortable going to eat at a restaurant just yet because I just am not. I'm a self-proclaimed germaphobe, and I have no problem admitting that. Although I've done really excellent through this whole thing. Like, honestly, I mean, 5 or 6 years ago, going through something like this, I honestly think I would have been like in my bed in a ball, crying, asking if somebody could please save the world. And I've done remarkably well. So I'm kind of in that camp of, like, I guess I'm an in-betweener. I think that certain precautions are good. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I'm extremely respectful of other people during this because I acknowledge and appreciate that everybody's feelings are different. So if there is a store that requires a mask, I'm going to wear it because they're asking me to. And I think that that is the polite and courteous thing to do. And I think it's very rude to disregard a store owner's requests that they're making. If you don't like it, just don't shop in that store, right? To me, that's pretty simple. I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I have things to do. I'm busy. I'm not going to sit and watch the news and dwell on all the little ins and outs of this situation because there's nothing I can do about it. So instead, I'm going to color blue roses and I'm going to make cards and I'm going to run my business and send out catalogs and teach classes online and just enjoy my life because none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. And I certainly don't want to spend the last day of my life arguing with somebody about a mask. And I certainly don't want to spend any of my time disrespecting or being rude to anybody. So that's kind of my stance on the whole thing is just like, I'm like, whatever, y'all fight it out and work it out. I never thought a mask or a virus would cause so much divisiveness. It's just shocking to me. But I'm going to let everybody battle that out. And I'm just going to sit over here and be happy and make my cards and talk to you all. And we're just going to be in our own little world. Thank you very much. So, yeah. And if you have anything negative to say about anything I just said, your comment will just get deleted. So that's how I'm handling that. I've had to do that on a few Facebook posts that have actually had nothing to do with COVID. But that's just where I'm at. I'm like, I don't have time for the negative or the orneriness. So I just handle it by hitting delete and moving on with my life. All right, so that's that situation where I'm standing. We're all healthy as of right now and doing good. And my daughter is almost out of school for the year. They shortened her school year by a week. So we've been doing homeschool. And so she basically has next week left still in school. And then she's technically out, even though she's already been home. But she has worked really hard at keeping up on her studies and doing her schoolwork. And she's really looking forward to junior high. She'll be going into 7th grade next year. So we've just been working on getting her all prepped for that. And she's doing pretty well. She has her moments, her ups and downs, like we all do with this situation. But for the most part, she's done really amazing. I'm really proud of her. Husband's good. He's working and we're doing that. We also got an area all prepped for a swimming pool. And here's a funny COVID thing. Apparently we are not alone. Everybody and their brother has decided they need a swimming pool for the summer. And I think that's because everybody and their brother's trips have been canceled for vacations and everything, and everyone's staying home. So it's like, okay, we're going to get a swimming pool. We opted to go middle of the road. So we did not get a in-ground pool because that's like, I don't know, $80,000. But we are getting a Doughboy, like an actual, the name brand Doughboy, because we looked at getting some of the cheaper ones online. And I was just concerned that we would spend that money and granted half the cost of what we probably spent. However, I was afraid that we would get it and then, it would have problems or we wouldn't be able to call somebody to help us with the pump or whatever. So we paid more money. We're paying somebody to install it. and we're hoping it's going to be here by like the beginning to middle of June, because it's rainy and cold here right now. It has been the last 2 days, but it's going to warm up very quickly, as California loves to do. We go from like chilly to 95 degrees overnight, and then we stay there. So I'm all for it. I love the hot. I love sun. I love warm weather. But I would like to have our pool in place first. So I'm hoping that that happens sooner rather than later. Also gives my kiddo something to do, which I think is fairly important, exercise-wise, and just having friends over to swim and stuff like that. So that's happening. Husband got that all set up and ready as far as a place to put it all. And so now we're just waiting on the delivery. I got my garden bed all cleaned out. We have tomatoes growing. They're really looking great. I've got one tomato already on a vine, which is really early for California. So I'm excited about that. And I mean, that's about it. There's really nothing exciting. It's not like we've been anywhere. We have had a couple of very small family gatherings. Where I live, there have only been 8 to 9 confirmed cases of COVID, and I'm sure there's more than that. That's just what's been confirmed. But we are being careful, washing hands, doing all the proper precautions, and staying outside when we gather. So we had... we went to my mother-in-law's for Mother's Day, and then we also had people over. What did we have people over for? There was something like 2 weeks ago. And then this last weekend, we had a small surprise party for my cousin who graduated from Sac State. So sadly, she was not able to have a commencement, which nearly broke my heart for her. And so I decided to throw her a little surprise party, and then her sister co-conspired with me, and we had a really great time putting that together for her. So that was a lot of fun. This card that I'm making is for a senior graduating high school in our family. Her name is Allison. There's a picture of her over on my blog if you want to check that out. But she graduated from high school. Of course, no graduation. But my community did this really cool thing that they call Adopt a Senior. And basically, they created a Facebook group where parents of senior high schoolers could go in and put the information for their senior, and then you can adopt that senior and send them gifts in the mail or drop stuff off at their house, since they can't have a regular commencement ceremony or a graduation ceremony. That's what they are doing as like just kind of something special for the class of 2020. So we adopted 2 seniors. One of them, I feel like I'm cheating a little. One of them is our cousin. And so that's Allison, the one that the picture is on my blog. And we made her one of these cards, and we filled a bag with like some of her favorite treats. She loves Rolos and Takis, and I gave her like a little lip scrub thing from Young Living, because I ordered a couple of those for gifts. And so, yeah, I mean, we just been like doing fun things for them. So this is the first thing we did. And then we have plans to do a couple of other things, but I just haven't gotten my poop in a group to get it done, frankly. And so AHS are the letters of her high school. That's the initials of her high school. I'm not sure I feel comfortable saying the name of it. I don't know, because it's not my kid. I don't know. So it probably doesn't matter. But anyway, so that's her school. And then I'm adding 2020 to the top. And then the other young lady that we adopted, I don't even know. But I know her parents, kind of. Like, I know who they are. I don't really know them personally. And so I adopted that young lady as well. And so we're just going to send them stuff and try to spoil them a little bit. And our community has done some cool things. Like they created a big bulletin board that, or not bulletin board, but like a banner. They created a big banner that has every graduating senior's picture on it. And then they are planning some sort of like big caravan thing where people are in the community are gonna like drive down the street and like do a bunch of stuff. So I think those will be cool things to do. I mean, there is just nothing that's going to be the same as a graduation night. They missed their senior prom. It's all heartbreaking. There's just no way around saying that. But I feel like everybody's doing the best they can to kind of make it up to them and make them feel like their graduation year still matters. I know that my niece, well, she's my cousin technically, the one that graduated from Sac State, it's funny, they offered to let them come back in 2021 and walk across the stage then, which I'm like, it's not the same, people. You can't leave college and come back a year later and then walk across the stage. It's just strange. So I don't think she's going to do that. Like, she also feels that way. She's like, no, it's weird. I'm not doing that. So, I don't think they're planning on doing anything like that for the high school seniors, to my knowledge anyway. So I'm just going to add these little letters. Okay, let's talk about these little numbers and these beautiful letters. They are not available in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. They are old, retired products, but I needed numbers and letters, and so I use these. And that's not very nice of me, because you're probably going to want these numbers and letters, and you can't get them. And I am deeply, deeply sorry about that. But I had to have them for this card. There was really no other option. I had to have numbers and letters. How do you make a graduation card without numbers at a very minimum, right? Because you got to put the year on there. So, what else is happening? My husband was on call all week. Every 8 weeks he goes on call. And so he was on call all week, and his crew just caught the crap storm. I mean, they just got so unlucky with how their calls fell. He ended up having to work a couple of nights all night long, and it was a long week. We are tired. We are tired because we did not get the normal sleep that we usually get. And getting woken up in the middle of the night and then working all night and then him getting home at all hours of the morning. And it's just a very hard, it just makes it hard on you. Okay, here's the cards. They're all finished. I love them. I have really enjoyed my time with you today. It's nice to catch up always. Leave me a comment in the description below. You can always shop with me at shoploveandstampin.com, and you can click either one of the images you see here in order to watch those videos. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you soon.